Hello, everyone. You're welcome to this part of our journey where we will be focusing on working with numbers in Python environment. This is the part that so many other people would dread because they don't like mathematics. But what we'll be focusing on is not entirely mathematics, but numbers. So I have divided the lecture series for working with numbers into 7 or 8 parts because of the similarities of the different components. And my aspiration is to focus on each element under 15 minutes and then give you examples of what you need to know with respect to those separate components. Maths, it's simple. You do not need a degree in mathematics to be able to follow this segment. Just open your mind and you will find one or two elements that you can apply in your day-to-day activities. Basic arithmetics will be good enough at the initial stage. When we get to where a little bit of pure math skills may be needed, I'll mention that and then you will be fine to carry on. If there is a need for you to, talk to mathematicians, you can easily do that, and there won't be any problem coming from that. So, what exactly is the strategy? I have created some folders within VS Code here, especially for all of the things we've done prior to now. I have organized our codes in such a way that when I click on numbers, I'll see the 8 segments that we have. We will start with the first set where we will deal with arithmetic operators, as we discussed earlier when we were talking about operators. After that, I'll focus on some math methods. There is a package within Python that allows you to be able to do mathematics operations. So things like finding the ceiling of a number, the floor of a number, returning an hypotenuse of a right angle triangle, finding minimum value within a series, the maximum value in a series. How do you raise one number to the power of another number? How do you round numbers to certain decimal places or significant figures? How do you find square root of a number? How do you do sum products of two or more distributions? I'm going to show us this. How do you truncate numbers? Those are the tasks that we will perform in the set 2. In set 3, we will go further into a little bit of pure maths now. We'll start doing things like combination, permutation, exponentiation, more like you raising e to the power of a certain number, factorial of a number, finding the greatest common divisor of a set of numbers, finding the least common multiple of a set of numbers, finding the natural log of certain numbers and log to the base 10 of some other numbers. So this is a little bit of maths for those who may be scared, but you survive it. When we get to set 4, we go into trigonometry. This may scare a lot of people, but if you open your mind, you'll still be able to survive with your secondary school mathematics at this level. So that's why I kept it at sine, cosine, tangent, and the reverse of those, and then converting from degree to radian, and then vice versa. Anything beyond that, I'm not talking about it. In set 5, we'll focus on some statistical operations that we may be required to perform on daily basis. Common things like mean, median, mode are there, standard deviation, correlation, covariance, and then harmonic mean. And there are 2 special types of median, median low and median high. I'm going to explain all of this to us, how you can do them in Python environment. In set 6, we'll start talking about random numbers. How do you generate random numbers? How do you even generate some subsets of certain texts? Maybe you have a list of texts and you want to generate samples from them. How do you go about doing that? This set 6 focuses on that. In set 7, I'll focus exclusively on the range function. It's an extremely powerful function that we all need to learn how to use. I'll give us all of the different syntaxes that you have for that function, and we will demonstrate the business relevance of it. And in the very last set, I'll talk about how do you go around formatting your numbers, whether they are integer or decimal. How do you format them in your desired state? These are some of the things that I'll focus on when we get into the nitty-gritty of working with numbers. I need you to open your mind up and be willing to embrace new ideas. We'll be as basic as we can, and I hope you find this series of lectures on numbers very useful. Thanks a lot for coming around. I'll see you in the first substantive lecture on working with numbers. See you then. Bye for now.